Hello, welcome to TubeTalk.
Welcome back to you, Dougie. How are you, mate?
I'm good, how are you?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Battling away.
Huge operation as well this week.
Well, yeah, I'm going in for a little shoulder operation on Friday, so we might not have a Tube Talk next week, but we'll be back the week after.
But we'll be able to bulk over balls better, won't you?
Oh, well, at the end of that, the shoulder appeared, I'll be coming down at about 140 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, thinking you're the next Mitchell Stark.
Knowing. Mitchell Stark, who's he?
Mitchell Johnson, that's it. Anyway, for Tube Talk, before we get into it, I think we need to talk about the Yong Chu fundraiser. Yeah,
so a really important thing. We're raising funds for Yong Chu, who is a Christchurch apprentice, Malaysian national. He's got throat cancer and he's stuck in New Zealand and he can't get home, his family can't be with him. And we're having an auction. We're having an auction tomorrow at 6 o'clock at the Bottle Lake Golf Club. Now, anybody can bid on the items. The items are on our website, goracing.co.nz. Go to the front page, you'll see it there, and you can click on the items. And if you want to bid on them, just email us, contacts are there, let us know, and we can bid on you for you on phone or by proxy. All funds raised will go to him. And it's a great cause, or if you want to give a donation, you can also give a donation to bank accounts there. So please go and have a look, and if you do want to bid, make sure you contact us by 10 o'clock on Friday morning.
Moving on to last week, Carlos winning at Doomben on Wednesday, another one of our European imports.
Yes, the key was a really good one. He sat last, had to get going on the 700, came full wide, hit the front, pulled away. It was an on-pace bias on Wednesday as well. The key for him was getting out over 2,000 metres. As soon as he got to 2,200 metres, he grew another leg in. A little bit of rain around, I think he didn't mind that either. And with that confidence under his belt, you'll see him progress now. He'll be very, very hard to beat next start. That'll be at either the Wednesday City meeting, which will be at Ipswich in 2 weeks' time, or Melbourne Cup Day at Eagle Farm. Which is a nice segue into the fact that every single European horse we've bought has won in Australia, and we've had enormous success with them, and we're going up and we're buying again at the end of this month. Be emailing out next week to see who's keen. I'm sure it'll be popular. Would love to have you involved in a very successful European stayer.
Moving on to this week, on Friday at Te Aroha Race 4, we have Killiciden.
Yeah, and unfortunately we're going to strike yet another weak track. She needs a firm track. They just haven't come for her. She just can't quicken on them. So, look, it's a slow 9. She's a doubtful runner. We just got to wait for better tracks for her, unfortunately. So I think she won't run, but I'm sure we'll see big improvement as soon as we get onto a better track.
On Saturday at Hastings Race 9, we have Make Time.
Another horse he was in last week. It was a slow 9. They downgraded it to a heavy 10. It was more like a heavy 11. The times they were running, it was going to flatten, so we had to late scratch. This week he's got a very awkward draw, barrier 12. Track looks like it's going to be very hard to go from one end to the other. So we'll make a call on Saturday morning whether we run him or not. There's heaps of options coming up from him. It's a bit frustrating trying to get him underway with things that just don't quite fall into place. But there's 3 races for him in the next 2 weeks if we don't run on Saturday. So we'll see. He does go good fresh, and if he runs, we're just going to have to get, I think, into the 3 wide line and relax, and he'll finish off really well. But we might be better off just waiting a week.
And then at Ashburn Race 1, we have Alicera.
Drawn barrier 20 of 20. Doesn't handle weak tracks. A dead 6 and raining. Very doubtful starter. We're going along quite a similar line here, aren't we, Doug? Very doubtful starter. I think we'll end up running him at Riccarton next Saturday instead.
Race 3, Affragible.
I think she's like barrier 19 of 20 or something. She's way out as
Horrible.
well. So look, it's fresh up over 1,200 metres. She's ready to win, but makes it virtually impossible. I think we might scratch her too. And wait for Riccarton next Saturday, go 1,400 metres. It's just not, it's frustrating, but when they hand you barrier 20 all the time, you just can't run. So, I think, watch out for her next week though, because I think she's ready to run enormously first up.
Race 6, pull your socks up.
Who has the outside barrier? I think, or 12 or 14, nearly the outside barrier, but she will run. So she, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but first up, she was so fresh and she badly needed the run. So originally we weren't going to run her again until the 23rd of October, but her target is Cup Week and we think she needs an extra run. So she's running on Saturday in an open 12. Barrier draw doesn't suit. We'll have to go back, get her relaxed and run home. It's really not the right race for her for all those reasons. She's a 1400 metre horse, barrier draw, all those things. So it's a means to an end. I can't see her winning, but I can see her running much better and hitting the line well.
And then race 8 is Art de Triomphe.
Another who will run. Very, very good filly. Favourite for the 1,000 guineas in the Group 3 Barneswood Farm Stakes over 1,400 metres. Has barrier 6 of 10. The favourite Will I Win has barrier 10. He is the horse to beat. I think he'll start about a $2.20 favourite. Will probably be second favourite. Our horse is going really well. Trained well this week. 1,400 metres is no issue. She has a good track horses action, but her mother loved it wet. Beat was a Group 3 winner of the Winter Cup. So a bit of rain around shouldn't bother her too much. We'll ride her wherever she's happy. She's got an electric turn of foot. As long as it doesn't get too wet, she'll be able to use that. And she'll be right in the finish. Winning chance.
And then on Sunday at Rotorua race 3, we have a quick preview.
Barrier 5, nice barrier for him. Stepping up to 1,215 metres suits much better than last start. Just a little watch on the weather. It's a slow 8 today. He really needs a dead 5 or better to be super competitive. We'd run him on a dead 6 though. So keep an eye on the weather. It's pretty good. It should come back. The better the track turns out, the better he'll run. He should get quite a nice run from barrier 5. Should be very competitive. If it's a dead 6, question mark. Dead 5 is okay. Dead 4, I think you have a nice each way bet.
And race 4 is She's Apples.
3 weeks between runs. She drew the outside barrier last week, so we didn't start her. She's got the outside barrier again this week. But I think we'll run. She'll have to go back, but she's won at Rotorua before. It's her ideal distance of 1,400 metres. And I think before the tracks start to firm up too much, I think while she's got a lot of ground to make up, I think it's a nice option for her, and I can see her running really, really well. Apart from last start where she got hung out to dry 3 wide on the speed, her form has been excellent, and I can see her bouncing back.
And then before we go on to bid of the week, we wanted to have a quick just a quick check up on a tissue.
Yeah, so a lot of people have asked where she's heading. She's going to head to the Golden Eagle next, on the 30th of October. She won't run again till then. $7.5 million race, over 1,500 metres, so we'll keep her fresh, and we think she'll be very, very competitive. So exciting times with her.
Now moving on to the bid of the week, which is at Randwick, which is going to be one of the most highest paying horse races ever, right?
I think it's the richest race, the Everest. It's the richest race in the world, unless there's the Saudi Arabian New Race or the Dubai World Cup's worth more. But I think it's the richest race in the world.
So,
same day as the Caulfield Cup, which is worth 5 million, but it's worth 14 million Australian. So
our bid of the week is at Randwick. Race 7 is Eduardo.
Yeah, $5.50 for this horse. Nature Strip won, taking a line of form, Nature Strip won very well first up. And then second up, he ran into Eduardo, who was fresh up, and Eduardo beat him. And I think Eduardo probably had more improvement to come from that. I think in a high pressure race where they're likely to be attacking the leader, I think Eduardo's probably likely to sit just behind the speed. He's obviously come up very well, super horse, and I think from where he'll sit in the running, I think he's a really nice each way bet at $5.50. So Eduardo in the Everest is our bet of the week.
And that concludes TubeTalk.
It does, and we'll see everyone in 2 weeks' time.
Bye.
Up the rise, Hooten and Redzel. Hooten the inside of Redzel. Redzel puts his head in front now. Then Kane deploy, Redkirk Warrior. Bray smashes, ducking and weaving. Chautauqua 6 off them, but Redzel's burst clear at the 100 metres. Vega Magic, Bray smash running on, then Tulip, but Redzel, he's home in the Everest. Redzel leads all the way.